Cake Poppers! Today I'm going to tell you how I turned my cake popping side hustle into a viable full-time job. And at the end, I'll share some pointers with how you could too. 2011, my mother-in-law got me a cake pop book by Bakerella because it had a koala cake pop in it, and I absolutely love koala bears. So I thought, all right, I'll try making these, and it surprisingly was not a fail the first time. So I continued to make cake pops for when my own children came around. I would bring them into school to bribe my students. People did mathematics a lot better when cake pops were on the line. Continued to do that for quite a while. When my own kids were in preschool, I decided to make some cake pops for their teachers. And one of my current students at the time, his mom saw these cake pops and asked if she could buy some. And I thought, wow, like she'd want to spend money on these silly little treats that I'm making. But I said, sure. So did that, and then that started about a year or so where we would make a few dozen cake pops for the holidays and try to sell them to people. And then about another year later, another person asked if I could do a custom cake pop. And I said, okay, sure, like we'll try it. And so in 2018 is when we officially started Daisy Pops. It was me and one of my current AP Statistics students. We sat down, we made the name, we made the social medias. I went to school the next day and bribed all of my students to follow us on those social media channels. And that is officially how Daisy Pops got started. We continued making cake pops for a few years. We kept getting busier and busier, so I had to delegate and had to outsource some help to come to my house and help me make cake pops in my basement since I was still teaching full-time, raising 3 kids, and also running this cake pop side hustle. People started asking, Amy, are you gonna stop teaching full-time and make cake pops full-time? And I would roll my eyes and think, what a silly question that is, because no, you can't make a living off of cake pops. And also, I love teaching too much. And then we all know what happened in 2020. COVID came and threw everything up in the air. It did 3 things for me. It took away the parts of teaching that I love the most, so the relational side of teaching. On the cake pop side, it made individually wrapped treats really pop off, if you will. And then also it made me see what more of Amy in the business could do. So after about a year of many discussions, prayers, tears, trying to decide if I should continue teaching and cake pop on the side or if I should take on cake popping full time, I decided to jump in all the way and run this business full time. So in May of 2021, I retired from teaching officially and started the full-time cake popping. Since then, we have added a few pop mobiles. We have a pop cycle and a pop cart so we can sell cake pops on the go. But most importantly, we opened our pop shop here in April of 2023, and no regrets so far. It is an absolute joy to be able to welcome people into our pop shop and have them see all of the fun that cake pops can entail. It's our goal at Daisy Pops to add joy, one cake pop at a time, to each and every one of our customers. Everybody walks away from Daisy Pops with a smile on their face. And in addition to Daisy Pops, we also have started Daisy Makes, which is a sister company. And what Daisy Makes does is we 3D print all of the cake pop tools that we use at Daisy Pops, and then we've also started selling them to other cake poppers globally so that they can make their cake pops more efficiently and more consistently and learn from everything that we have gained over the years to make their lives a little easier. Now, if you're inspired by my journey with Daisy Pops and Daisy Makes and thinking of starting your own cake pop business, I have some tips to make it a piece of cake for you. First one, start small. We started so small, and that's the way to do it. You make cake pops usually for free to begin with, for your friends, for your family, and then they start talking about your cake pops to other people, and then slowly that word of mouth will end up getting you business. Second, create a brand that matches the fun and joy of cake pops. Come up with a good name, design a logo, market all of those on social media so that when people see your name, they know, oh, that's the cake pops that I love and that I want to share with other people. Third, know your costs and know your worth. Knowing your cost means knowing how much your ingredients are, how much your time is worth, how much the packaging is, how much the branding is. All of those things that go into making cake pops can really add up. Then also going with that is knowing your worth and not undercharging for your cake pops. There are some situations where you can donate cake pops, but make sure that your time is covered. Fourth, network and market. You just gotta get yourself and your cake pops out there. People know that wherever I am, I have my cake pop bag over my shoulder and there will be cake pops in it. And not only does it bring joy, but it is marketing. Participate in local events, both networking and selling events. Do farmers markets. Just keep getting yourself out there time and time again, and eventually it will pay off. Fifth and finally, be passionate, stay passionate. If you absolutely love what you are doing, your customers will see that and they will love supporting you in doing what you love doing. Since you know the upside to selling cake pops and some ways to get started, watch this playlist to keep popping like a pro. Like and subscribe for all things cake pop. Until next time, happy popping!